Holy shit, Matt, play the Star-Spangled Banner. It's the 60th episode of the SuperMega podcast.
60 whole episodes. That is 6 episodes 10 times. Or 10 episodes 6 times.
You know, simple multiplication, dude.
Yeah, dude. Or that's 30 episodes 2 times.
Good job.
Or 15 episodes 4 times.
You're doing it.
There you go, dude. Or 60 episodes 1 times.
Yeah.
We should make a movie, and the jump scares, like, it's not a horror movie. But
goes
it frequently has jump scares where just an old man on a green screen pops up and goes, boo! And then disappears again.
Yeah.
And he'll go, see you soon!
Bye-bye.
And then the movie continues, and then like 25 minutes later, boo! Did I scare you? And then he goes away.
Yeah.
And then later on in the movie, he does it again. I played quite a bit of PUBG. Right when like the week it first came out, I played a lot of PUBG.
And then as soon as I got it, you got bored of it. You didn't want to play with me.
No,
but it was okay to play with everyone else but me.
I burned through games quick.
Especially when I asked you if you wanted to play with me, and then you said yes, and then you never played with me. That was pretty cool too.
Well, I mean, you can take it however you want to take it, Ryan. But I got bored of it pretty quick. You know, Ryan, maybe it's because I like to divvy up my time into doing intellectual things instead of playing mind-numbing video games.
Like sleeping?
Like trying fine wines and reading books.
You and I had wine at the theater.
We did, dude.
When we first saw
I
it.
like wine a lot.
It helped.
You have to say.
Yeah, I think I want to go to the ArcLight more specifically just to get buzzed during like horror movies or fun movies and shit like that.
I love Nintendo. Man, Nintendo's great. Nintendo is a wonderful company that I will always love unless they do something terrible. Like endorse like terrorist groups or something, but
I'd still play Mario.
I'd still play Mario. I mean, I don't see Miyamoto endorsing terrorist groups. It's possible. I'm not going to rule it out, but...
Now, endorsing doesn't mean, like, giving money or anything. It just means...
or just giving them a shout-out. Like, the end of a Nintendo Direct, he shouts out some, like, terrorist group in Africa or something.
Like Iwaka 10-6.
Iwaka 10-6? Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
It's one of the worst terrorist groups out there.
Are you joking right now?
What do you mean?
It's in Africa. It's been, like, the big news for the past, like, week.
No, it hasn't, Ryan. You're pulling the wool over my eyes right now. There's no such thing as Iwaka 10-6.
Okay.
Yeah, like you're bullshitting this right now, and then tomorrow, like some attack is gonna happen under the name of Iwaka 10-6.
Iwaka 10-6, and it's all gonna point to me, and I'm gonna be arrested because I predicted it.
I'm never gonna.
They want to know my time traveling powers, but really it was just me making a stupid joke, and then some dumbass saw it online and was like, "Oh, that's a pretty fucking sick name, bro." Iwaka 10-6.
Is it 10 like 10-6 like a job? Like
no,
I work 10-6.
TENDE.
Tinda and then 6, just SIX?
But Roman numeral 6.
Okay, so VI.
Yeah.
Iwaka 10-6. It actually sounds kind of cool, man.
Iwaka 10-6.
Yeah, dude.
It's a cool terrorist organization. I mean, a cool name.
Cut that out of context. That's a cool terrorist organization. Oh my god, man. Anyway, 2017 is flying by.
I know.
Like, this is just one of those years that just... whoosh.
I mentioned that when we were on our way to Taco Bell. Like, a few days ago. I don't know why I remember specifically why we were on our way to Taco Bell, but I remember just kind of being taken aback by remembering like all the major stuff that's happened this year and going, wow, it's almost over.
Can I tell you something?
What?
That wasn't a few days ago. That was at the very beginning of the month, and we were talking about how...
No, it wasn't.
I can't believe,
it wasn't.
No, really, we were thinking, I can't believe August is already over, and now September's halfway over. Like life is flying by, dude.
Damn.
In the words
Holy
of Ferris
shit.
Bueller, you gotta slow down and sniff roses. Some shit like that.
Rosebud. Ferris Bueller.
Yes. The classic Rosebud from Ferris Bueller. You guys caught up on Ted Cruz's Twitter?
Yeah.
Twitter drama?
Yeah.
Twitter drama. I like
Hey,
to
he
think
had
it's
a
like
fun
a
night.
Twitter
So,
extravaganza.
He was like masturbating in that moment. 100%,
He had, like,
right?
What I'm imagining is happening is, you know, it's late at night where he is on the East Coast. He gets up. He's like, I gotta go tug myself off. And he goes in the bathroom and he's, he's watching his stuff and he accidentally likes it. And that's what happens.
Do you think he touched his wiener to it?
Yeah, definitely.
Like he was trying to touch like the girl's face in the video, and he was like, "Yeah,
Slapping it against the phone.
My giant penis looks awesome next to this tiny woman."
He's trying to figure out how this masturbation thing works.
How does this work? It's like slapping it against
You just hear, it's not
It's like,
working.
doodly 1 like, doodly
Like,
2 likes.
His wife is scratching her head trying to figure it out with him. It's like, I don't know. How do you do it? We made kids.
She spits on it.
Spits on the screen.
I don't get it.
I just don't get it.
She starts sandwiching her phone in between his phone.
Liking on her account too.
Yeah, makes a phone penis burger.
Ted Cruz has found himself in one sticky situation.
And I like to imagine the press conference the next day would just be him explaining the whole thing. No, you don't understand. See, I was trying to figure out how it worked. And I'd slap my penis several times on the screen.
My wife, you should have seen her. She was scratching her head. Poor thing. She took her phone and actually squished my penis in between my phone and her phone. Still didn't work. We tried a different porn on her phone than my phone.
I just don't get it. Don't understand it.
The funniest part is I was reading shit on Reddit about it, but people were saying that like that porn star he liked is famous for like mother-son stuff.
Oh God!
And apparently, was that one like a mother-son?
Let's not draw any conclusions.
But that's what she's
that.
famous for is mother-son stuff. I'm just saying.
Whatever. So what? Some people are into weird shit.
Just don't tag my history.
Yeah, just don't.
I had a dentist that was like, he was kind of condescending to me. I remember one time he was asking me if I floss, and he's like, you floss? I'm like, rarely. I don't really floss that much. And he's like, does mommy need to remind you? Does mommy put sunscreen on you too? And I was like,
oh my God.
What? Right.
This is mommy.
How old are you?
This was like 2 years ago.
you were a 19-year-old man.
And he was like, does mommy remind you to put sunblock on too? My mom was there too. And I was like, no. Fucking asshole.
Oh man.
And after we got there, my mom was like, that was weird. It was a little condescending.
Sign fuck, like the Seinfeld parody, porn
Does that
parody.
exist?
I'm glad that would be the name. Just sign fuck.
Yeah, they just don't want to get creative with it.
But then in parentheses it says a Seinfeld parody. Yeah. Just in case you didn't know.
These pretzels are making me thirsty.
Better suck this dick. Squeeze the cum out of it.
Those are some big breasts! I've never seen such big breasts!
Elaine, your breasts and nipples are very large.
What's the deal with your nipples?
You can tell they didn't cast me correctly because I'm circumcised!
Hey, Jerry.
Starts
Kramer.
Kramer.
Creamer.
Kramer?
Creamer.
George loses virginity in front of all of them.
Here's every episode of Seinfeld, and you can quote me on this, and you can watch, and you'll be like, he was totally right. Okay. Here's every episode of Seinfeld, all right? Seinfeld's like in his house or whatever, and then George comes in, he's like, Jerry, he smig bobbed me. And he's like, what did he smig bob you? He smig bob. What did he smig bob? He smig bobbed me. I don't know. What's a smig bob? And then Elaine comes in, and she's like, and she's like, hey guys, what's it going? He's like, he smig bobbed me. It's like, oh well, you can't get smig bobbed. You don't want to get smig bobbed, but he smig bobbed.
And is Jerry like, what are you talking about?
He did. He smig bobbed. That's a bad thing. You don't want to get smig bobbed. That's not a big deal to get smig bobbed. It is a big deal to get smig bobbed. And then Kramer comes in and he's like, hey Jerry. And then they're like, I got smig bobbed, Kramer. And he's like, oh, you don't want to get smig bobbed. And he's like, I told you don't want to get smig bobbed. It's not a big deal. Look, I'll go out and get smig bobbed right now. And then we get smig bobbed. That's every episode of Seinfeld.
I've never heard a more accurate representation of an episode of Seinfeld. Holy shit. Have you practiced that? No. That is to a T, that's Seinfeld. That is it.
That is every episode of Seinfeld. So go watch Seinfeld and you'll be like, oh, that's fucking...
All you need is like
right.
All I will picture is just you dubbing over everything that they're saying.
Mix in some establishing shots of like a New York high-rise with a bass line.
Hey, smig bobbed me!
Jerry!
Well, you don't want to get smig bobbed. You know, I like saying I'm from Wisconsin because well, that's where all the cheese is made. And in my house, if you cut the cheese, you're the funny man. I don't care who you are, that's funny. I don't care where you're from. That's funny.
I want to go to a label.
There's little fat boys throwing their bras on stage.
Just fucking scream like the woman in the background of Roller Coaster of Love.
I want to fucking go to a Larry the Cable Guy show and just... Every time he tells a joke.
Just bring like an open cup of something and then just fucking shake it around and just like everyone.
Crack open a can of baked beans. Just...
You know you can make a perfect baby cry if you just do it through cotton?
Yeah. Try that.
You can already go so high
It's
pitched.
fucking weird.
If I keep practicing that, I can get a perfect one.
You gotta be like,
Can you do it?
Wait, can you do it again?
what?
Aaron?
Yeah. Here.
Do the baby.
Fucking cut that out now. Can't keep that in.
You can't keep it in. What are you talking about?
I'll keep it in then. I'll keep it in.
That's what babies sound like.
Can the rest of the podcast just be baby Fred? No, did you hear what he was doing?
What were you doing?
Oh, because he was going. That's why I said we can't keep it in.
I didn't hear that part.
And you're like, why can't you keep it in?
It's just a baby noise. Jeez.
I'll
Louise.
beep out what Ryan did so we can keep the rest of it.
Oh, Jesus.
I'm glad that you didn't notice.
And I just ran with. What's wrong with what happened? It's natural. It's beautiful.
That's what babies do.
God damn.
Most of your patterns are set before you're 1 year old.
No, I'd prove it.
That must be why I'm so damn funny. Guys, you wanna quickly jump on this here segue I've turned on?
Yes.
Oh, get on my
jump
back,
on,
guys.
Aaron.
Get on my back.
Aaron,
Whoa,
jump
whoa,
on.
dude.
Oh,
This is
holy
really
shit,
fast.
This is faster than I'm used
Yeah.
to. Stop!
That was a good segue.
Yeah, man. What if a priest?
That won't work legally.
Yeah, but what if a priest blessed some shit? Could I eat that? Like if a
do you
priest
mean?
blessed, like let's say like the priest.
The part of the wine is that he's blessing it, and it's like symbolism for Jesus' blood. Or some people are like, it turns into blood when it's in my
Oh
body.
yeah,
or
I guess
whatever.
that'd be pretty sacrilegious.
So the
to bless
poop would be
feces.
what? What would the poop be?
The feces of Christ.
The feces of Christ.
I mean, Christ was human. He shit.
Of course he shit.
So yeah, he could be blessing it and saying this is the feces of Christ. And
He shit, pissed,
that's weird to think
burped,
about, man. Jesus
threw up sometimes,
he did,
probably.
Man. He did all that stuff. I bet Jesus snored. He got stomach aches.
I bet you he had one of those times where like he falls off of something and like hits the ground hard on his back and it knocks the air out of him. He's just like, oh, 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 oh.
And he turns into Santa Claus right there on the spot.
That's the origin of Santa Claus.
Jesus fell over and got the wind knocked out of him. Just instantly turned into this big cherry red fat man. But he gets teleported to the North Pole with a bunch of fucking reindeer.
See my belly?
That's a nice belly, man.
So I wonder if you can hear it like sloshing
It just-
around. Just sounds like I just kind of slap my nuts against my thighs
I just
or my ankles.
yeah, dude. I hate when my nuts touch my ankles.
Dude, I hate it so fucking much.
Dude, I hate when I'm walking around and my nuts, just because they're so big, just hanging down and
God.
slap my knees.
Dude, I hate having a huge penis.
Dude, yeah.
You never like when you're peeing and your penis goes into the toilet, then you pull it out and there's a fish on the end and you're like,
it went
fuck.
all the way through the pipes
Yeah.
of the ocean. I hate when that happens.
God,
dude.
having a big dick sucks.
Yeah, dude. Sometimes my dick is so big, when I'm sitting on the toilet and I flush it, it sucks my dick down, and then I have to call the plumber, and he says, "Sorry, it's just too long."
This one time, I used my dick as a body pillow.
Dude, one time
It's so big because it's the size of a body pillow, and it can lengthen. That's when it's flaccid because it's so big.
oh yeah,
Yeah.
one time I went to a soup kitchen and they couldn't get any of the cans of soup open, so they lined them up, and with one swift swing, I slapped them all open with my penis.
Oh, did it spill everywhere?
No, not a drop was lost.
That's what big penis. Yep. Woo. Had another like weird like happening in this was probably middle school, I would say. Yeah, definitely middle school. So there was this kid, he hung out with like all the popular kids, but he was one of the athletic ones. He was like a big black football player, and he was really cool. And he hung out with all the cool boys and girls at school. And there I was, not a cool boy. So there's the dynamic. they like would go out and play football, and all the girls would talk about them.
Yeah.
And I'd be like, fuck. It's that whole like mental thing where I put myself below them, and I think they put themselves above me. It was that with me. And then one time, one of the kids, he asked me if I want to come over to his house and play video games with him or sometime after school. And I'm like, what? I'm like, sure. Yeah. He's like, okay, whatever. And like, I end up riding my bike to his house, and I get there. He's like, okay, let's go play some video games, man. I'm like, oh, sweet, okay. Because I like playing like Nintendo 64. I used to go over to my neighbors and watch them play like Super Mario 64 and shit like that. Because I was never really good at video games. Just when I was younger, I used to run around an open
Still not
field.
good at video games, Ryan.
Yeah, I mean, I'd say I'm average, probably just poor in a lot of ways that people could, of course, judge me for. But I like playing them, blah, blah, blah. So I get there, and he turns on this slow-ass fucking computer, and it starts whizzing on. And I'm like, oh, I thought we were playing blah, 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 whatever. So it, like, turns on, and on the desktop, there are, like, just a few icons. One of them is, like, Word or something like that, and
Microsoft
PowerPoint.
Word.
I think it was, like, that whole pack of, like, Microsoft Office. And then there was this bright pink one. And it was, like, some, like, Barbie pet makeover game. And he clicks it.
No.
And then he starts to play it. And I'm
What?
sitting there going, what the fuck?
Are you serious?
Yeah, and then he hands it over to me. He goes, "Come on, you make you one." And then I sat there in his house, and like I'm sitting there making like this Barbie like pet like grooming fucking game or whatever. I don't even.
dude.
I just remember it was like some like girly Barbie-ish dog grooming game, and I did it. And he's like, I'm like, yeah. It's like, this is a good game, man. You know, I love it. I really like it.
Oh, dude.
I'm like, okay,
He's
yeah.
opening up to you.
I know. And then we never hung out after that. I don't know why.
What if he just like he read you wrong and like you had a great time deep down, but
I remember how that hangout session ended.
what happened?
We were biking back. He was like, we were like biking around because we were going to go to the park, and then some other. I'm about to say their names because I still remember their names. Like 2 of his other friends or 3 of his other friends came up, and like there's like, hey man, we were thinking about going to the park. You want to go? And I'm like, oh, like to him. And he was like, yeah, sure. And he like turned back to me and was like, hey man, I'll see you some other time. And like, as we had plans that we were going to the park, he immediately was like, cut and run with me.
Oh,
I'm like,
yeah.
dude, you just played a Barbie game with me. Does that not count as anything?
You should have said that. You should have just dropped it.
He was more open to me than probably any of his friends. He probably like, I was the one like way he could be like, I want to talk to someone about this.
Like he.
Then
like,
he chooses the fucking dopey little white boy.
That's why, dude. It's because like he liked this game and he didn't know how to tell anyone, but he wanted someone to connect with about it, man. He was like, I gotta connect with someone. You know what the thing is? You know what I like about this podcast?
No.
All right, guys. Well, thanks for listening.
Okay, so I updated my phone, but I was like, I smoked that night, and so I was really high.
Okay.
And so it told me that I had to. It was mandatory that I had to change my password. So being high, I was like, oh okay. And then I thought of something, and then of course, because I was high, I wake up the next morning, and this happened like probably a week or 2 weeks before, because I've been using Touch ID.
Yeah. So you made this like quick just throwaway password.
Yeah.
You had to.
And so I thought I just changed it to plural Jews. Wasn't working. So then I tried Jewish. Did not work.
I love how your mind, like, in your mind, these are all possible passwords. You're like, Jews?
But then there was,
Jewish?
Then I tried Cox. I thought it was going to be Cox because I'm like, reminds me of South Carolina, the Gamecocks. It's funny. Some people understand it, others won't. And then I tried Poo Poo, and that was the last password I tried.
I love how these were all, like, in your line of thinking, you're like, these are possible passwords I could have created. Poo Poo, Cox. It's like, what is that? Says a lot. Well, I probably would have done the exact same thing.
Well, I wanted it to be like very just tiny letters and something easy. I'm going to remember Poo Poo, but obviously I didn't remember whatever it was.
R.I.P., man. It was probably
Don't
R.I.P.
smoke drugs, kid.
That is a lesson, kids, not to do drugs. Don't go smoking any of that grass, because then you, then look what happens. You end up having to restore your phone to its factory settings. My cousin, when we were kids, we used to always get into
My
it.
favorite part about this story is that he would just be on a couch and you'd start slapping him really hard.
Yeah, well, I was mean to my cousin. Like we were mean to each other. So I had a younger cousin Or I still do, but we're all cool now. We love each other.
Yeah.
But when we were kids, we were always fighting with each other, and I was pretty mean to him, and he would be really annoying to me.
Okay.
So like he'd be annoying, and then I'd be mean in return.
Yeah.
And I remember he would just always be like, he'd be pissing me off, and I'd be like, stop it, and he'd just be like, too bad, so sad, go home, tell dad, and he'd do this like thing, and it just like it made my blood boil.
Like with the eyes raised, just okay.
Yep, exactly like that. So sometimes I would just get him where I wanted him. I'd just slap the shit out of him a little bit.
How hard would you slap him? No.
Like I just like I'd get a pillow and I'd beat him with it.
Would you like slap his face?
Yeah, dude.
No, that stings.
Well, we were kids, so I wasn't. I'm not an abuser, everybody. Just to my one specific cousin. I remember one time, I think he kicked me right in the nuts.
In the nuts?
So I slapped him in the face really hard, and he fell back and hit a wall, and then he went downstairs, and he was crying and told his mom, and then I hear my mom go, Matthew!
Well, I thought he was supposed to go tell dad if he was so sad.
Oh, yeah! Well, he didn't, and he told his mom, so,
Couldn't even follow his own fucking advice.
Exactly. But he's cool now. He's in college. He's a real cool young man.
Okay, if he's cool, then does he smoke weed?
Probably, I don't know.
Okay, well, I need to see Snapchat proof. If he smokes weed, then he's cool. If he doesn't, then
That's
you're lying
that's
to
the
me.
one factor that determines if someone's cool. They smoke weed.
Then they're cool with me. I was gonna post this cute video I took of Lego sleeping on my bed. He was just knocked out, just passed out, and I was gonna like put it on Twitter because like, hey, look at this cute shit. Lego's fucking sound asleep. But then I noticed like in the background on my dresser, not dresser, what is it, nightstand?
Yeah.
On my nightstand there was an obvious bottle of lubricant. So like, yeah. But now that it's out there, I could have shared it. I just couldn't have done that with.
You should just say it's intentional. Like just see how many people notice. There's like a bottle of lube next to your sleeping dog.
It wasn't next to my dog. It was like he was on the edge of the bed. I don't fuck my dog. I don't. Are you trying to say I fucked my dog, dude?
No, you just said your dog.
Because you just said. Because you just said that.
I just said
the lube's next to the dog, and it wasn't.
Your dog was sleeping on the bed in the nightstand.
But it wasn't.
I'm sorry.
I don't.
I know you don't.
Yeah, I know you know because I don't, and you wouldn't know that I did because I don't.
You know, I wouldn't know that you did. What are you talking about?
No, you wouldn't know that you wouldn't know that I did because I don't. Because it's not possible for you to know that I did because I never did it.
I wasn't saying you had sex with your dog.
Well, I'm saying that. I know you're not saying it, but you're definitely implying it.
No, I'm not.
Yes, you are.
You just came up with that.
You said, "Oh, there's lube sitting next to your dog."
No, what I was saying was you took a video of your dog and next to the bedside table, like on the bedside table, was some lube.
Yeah, but it's totally unrelated to my dog sleeping.
I never said it was related.
No, but
do you want to end this podcast by, instead of using the outro music, singing the outro music?
Bum, 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 bum,
all right, guys. Thank you so much for listening to this week's episode of SuperMegaCast. Next week we'll be back with episode 64. And I'll be out of town, but it'll be a pre-recorded one, so it'll be lots of fun. But thank you guys so much. Follow us on Twitter and subscribe. Bye. One day on Twitter, Ryan just said, "Hey, go tweet at Matt H. Watson your favorite Doctor Who memes."
Oh yeah,
I got like,
that was when like we had. Was this before we started Super Mega?
Oh yeah, this is much before we started Super Mega.
I just was like, go tweet them, and like people would send them their like legitimate like this makes me laugh.
Dude,
I think like 85%. No, Ross, do not do that right now.
Let's see some funny memes.
Ross, for the love of God, do not do that right now, please.
But we have to pick a different thing than Doctor Who, Ross. What should it be?
Guys, I can.
Steven Universe.
No,
Steven Universe. Send your favorite Steven Universe memes to Matt H. Watson.
I got a Doctor Who meme as recently as like a couple months ago. Still,
Please send.
Wait, really? You still get Doctor Who memes from that shit?
Yes, like a couple months ago I got one, and I was like, why am I getting this? Oh, okay, that's why.
Send your favorite Doctor Who memes.
You know what we do to Barry? Sometimes we'll just be like, "Hey guys, go tweet your favorite picture."
We did
of
it like
sulfur
once
at Barry.
Okay. Please send your
please.
Your favorite Steven Universe memes to. Thanks. Okay, if it's not Steven Universe, then what do you want?
I don't want any tweets.
Okay, well, too late. Then it's already sent.
Oh my
Steven
God, Ross.
Universe.
I just got a notification on my phone. I'm thinking about joining the cyberbully police, cyberbully like defense squad or
Is
something.
that a thing?
Let's make it a thing.
We could call ourselves the White Knights.
protect everyone from mean trolls online. No, you're not. You're not getting in here today, trolls. I'm here to protect all the beautiful women on the internet. I actually would, if you guys would be down,
Yeah, I'm
get a couple
down.
people off Craigslist, start like
Yeah.
a group of men online specifically to protect.
We start a
hot girls on
YouTube channel
Facebook,
called The White Knights.
where we just protect like.
There is already one called The White Knights, probably.
What do they do?
I don't know.
Do
I'm
they
gonna
do
look it
white
up right
knighting?
now. I looked up the channel The White Knights. The first thing that comes up is a channel called Loyal White Knights, and it's
Oh wait,
of-
is it like a white supremacy thing?
on a
It is
on a horse raising a cross with a Confederate flag and an old American flag.
That's not what we meant.
Then the one
That's the opposite of what we meant.
Wait,
the
White
one-
Knights are like the
then the one
KKK.
below that says White Knights of the Ku Klux Klan.
Yeah. White Knights.
not what we meant. We're not
Another
gonna-
one then says Christian American White Knights with that
No.
cross, like kind of I guess white national.
That's the opposite.
Then another one is just White Knights with the Confederate flag.
Oh fuck, dude.
These are like the first channels that come up when you type in the White Knights.
Can you imagine that would be a big part of our branding? It was like
Just like, no, we were
we're
gonna
the White Knights. We stop online bullying, but we're not the KKK. That's a different thing.
They do the online bullying. We're here to stop
They
it.
were there. They were here first, but we came second. But we still think we have better claim to the name White Knights.
We try to take the Twitter handle the real White Knights.
Yeah. Tell them a funny joke about Mario right now.
All right, I got one for you.
Okay,
so
let's do it.
Mario walks into a dang bar.
But he's in Minecraft.
Wait,
Now
okay,
go.
Wait, is Sonic there? Is Sonic
Okay,
Sonic the
Mario
Hedgehog has
walks
got to
into
be
a
there.
Minecraft bar.
Okay, there's a Minecraft bar. Mario walks into a Minecraft bar.
Sonic's behind the bar.
And
Sonic's the bartender.
Okay, Sonic's the bartender.
Yes.
And Mario goes, "I'll have one gin and tonic, please." And Sonic goes, "Coming right up, Senor Mario."
Dude!
Yeah, right? And so he pours him a gin and tonic, and Mario goes, "Hold on the rocks." So he makes it on the rocks, and he gives it to Mario. And Mario says, he takes a sip and goes, "What is this?"
Is that it? That's the punchline.
Keep going,
What
dude.
is this?
Keep going.
And then right before Mario takes a sip, Hero Brian walks in.
Shit! No
he goes-
fucking way. Hero Brian walks in. He doesn't even exist in the real game. Did you know that?
Are you serious?
Yeah.
No, he's in the patch notes.
he's in the patch notes.
So wait, hold on.
Are you
hold on.
sure?
Yeah.
Is this canon? Sorry, Matt. Continue. I was
Hero
very
Brian-
enthralled.
Hero Brian sits down next to Mario.
Okay.
And he goes, "I'll have what he's having." And then steam comes out of his ears. Mario goes, "Give me a bowl of circus peanuts."
I'm dying. I'm dying.
And Sonic goes, "Right away, sir." And he gets him a big bowl of circus peanuts. And Mario he eats one of the circus peanuts and goes, "Ay, caramba, I forgot I'm allergic to these suckers."
And then in came Crash Bandicoot, and he had all
Matt's
7 Chaos
fucking
Emeralds.
I'm dying, dude. I didn't even get to finish my joke.
I thought that was a good joke though.
No. The joke ends with Mario has an allergic reaction.
Yeah.
And the pediatrics.
He gets smaller, and then he's too young to drink.
Okay.
Yeah,
There we
that's
go.
it.
And then he gets arrested for underage drinking.
Yeah,
That's the
because
joke.
he gets smaller.
All right, guys, animate that one.
Yeah.